In today's episode, we bring you a special report from the European Summit in Cascais, Portugal. This is a two-part show, and welcome to part one. Hello and welcome to the show. We're very excited because we're in Cascais, Portugal for the European Summit. Now, the European Summit is the online entertainment industry's biggest networking event, and ExoClick is the presenting sponsor. We've got lots of great interviews lined up, so let's go and check it out. So we're here with Andreas, who's the organizer of the European Summit. Hi, Andreas.
Hello, Charles.
So how's the show going for you?
Excellent. The people are happy, and if the people are happy, I'm happy. That's the most important for us.
Is this the busiest show yet?
It's the busiest spring show. The last one in Prague was slightly larger, but from the spring shows, this one is the largest one we've ever done, yeah.
And of course, you're probably preparing for Prague as well, because you've got that coming in. Is that in September or October?
That's in September, from 14 till 17 of September, again in the Diplomat Hotel in Prague.
Great, well, we'll be there.
Okay, thank you very much.
See you later.
See you all. Bye-bye.
And who do we see here? It's Miss Jenny Gonzalez. Hi, Jenny, how are you?
Hi, Charles.
So if you remember, we interviewed Jenny a few weeks ago all about dating, because she is the dating expert. So how's the show going for you?
So far, so good. It's very happening already, and we happen to be almost neighbors with ExoClick, so lucky us.
Oh, no, lucky us, because we're also promoting the dating offers from our stand with our roll-up there. And we'd just like to say, Jenny, actually, thank you so much for the water. You saved our lives.
Someone needed to bring the water.
We just love merchandise at this show. I'll catch up with you later.
All right, have a good one.
Ciao. So, hi Benji.
Hi Jais, how are you?
I'm good. So, tell us about the new ad formats that ExoClick's launched at the European Summit.
Yeah, so we are launching 7 new ad formats here at the European Summit. Different formats based, first of all, on the native. We have some new in-video formats and new mobile and desktop interstitial formats.
So, how does this sort of fit in with Google's compliance? How does it help with user experience?
Yeah, we've made sure for these formats that they all respect the Better Ads guidelines. Mm-hmm. So most of these formats, for example, are closable by the user right away. And you have to make sure, for example, they don't use a certain percentage of the page, maximum 30% of the content. Mm-hmm. So there are different things you need to look at. We've been very careful at implementing this correctly. And we hope it's gonna create good results for both publishers and the advertisers.
So ExoClick's sort of leading the way with native advertising.
Yeah, native is something we launched maybe a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, and it was a slow start. I think people in the industry didn't adapt very immediately to the format, but now since the last 2 months it's been quite intense. Everybody's talking to us to get started on this format, so we're very excited about it.
And what about video advertising as well? Because obviously you have the in-video ad format, yes, but also there's the in-stream video format as well.
Yes. So the video format is something that we've been pushing quite a lot as well in the last year. I mean, in adult, probably 95% of the content is video, obviously. Mm-hmm. So we feel it's a format that has to be there. Surprisingly enough, it's been almost non-existent up to the day. And the in-stream now is really picking up. So we see lots of advertisers who've been starting to work on the video ads, mm-hmm, so producing videos. We've also been involved into an open source player, Fluid Player, mm-hmm, to help publishers integrate these type of ads. Everything based on IAB standards, mm-hmm, and VAST standard. And so things are getting quite more professional, shall I say. And we see the volumes really increasing week by week, so it's very promising.
Exciting! And actually ExoClick's doing a presentation this afternoon on how to maximize in-video advertising. So we're going to check that out a bit later. One of the biggest draws for the European Summit this year was a keynote speech from Charles Ngo, the affiliate guru. Now, we've reported on Charles before in previous episodes of The Additive, but now we've got a proper chance to sit down and chat with him and find out what really makes him tick. Check it out. So I'm here today with Charles Ngo. Welcome to the show, Charles.
Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. And you may remember we actually promoted Charles's affiliate guru guide on a previous show, and he's here today speaking at the European Summit. So how is the affiliate marketing world for 2018, Charles?
So let me get this clear. You're asking about the upcoming trends and what the marketplace is like right now.
Indeed.
Okay. So a lot of interesting things are happening for 2018. And I actually made a few predictions at the beginning of the year that are kind of turning out to be untrue. So what I mean by that is I predicted that a lot of affiliate marketers would be leaving for cryptocurrency and blockchain. And I'm not talking about just exploring offers, but I'm talking about completely leaving the industry and kind of becoming day traders and stuff. Well, for those of you guys that paid attention, in January, the market kind of went down and almost crashed. And what I saw is a lot of affiliate marketers actually coming back to CPA marketing. So not trying to talk bad about cryptocurrency. I do own some. I am hoping it does explode, but people are starting realizing that it's an investment. And at the end of the day, you know, we don't know what's going on. So I am seeing a lot of affiliates go back from cryptocurrency towards CPA marketing. Another trend that I saw is last year was really big for e-commerce, really big for Shopify. But margins are getting a little bit tighter, so I'm noticing a lot of affiliates are actually coming back towards CPA marketing, not only because the margins are getting tighter, but a lot of affiliates are realizing they don't enjoy all the extra stuff of running a business. They don't enjoy managing all these virtual assistants. They don't enjoy customer service. They don't enjoy the inventory. So they kind of miss the simplicity of CPA marketing. So it's kind of strange, but maybe towards the end of 2017, CPA marketing was looking bad, where everyone was like, hey, let's go towards crypto, let's go towards e-commerce. But 2018 is actually seeing the re-rise of CPA marketing again. And you know, I've been in this space since 2008, so almost 10, 11 years. And every year people are saying CPA is dying, but every year it's still there, still getting bigger and bigger.
So you're seen as a guru in affiliate marketing. What would you say to a young affiliate just starting out in the business right now?
Well, you're starting out in the business right now. The most important thing is faith. You know, I think CPA marketing is still a very lucrative business. You have to focus and make a decision that you're going to stick with CPA marketing because, you know, there's so many different ways to make money online. You can do, you know, e-commerce. You can become a content creator. You can do courses. You could do CPA marketing. You could do SEO. You could do an agency. It's virtually unlimited. The very most important thing to do is just draw the line in the sand. Like, I want to be a CPA marketer. This is what I'm focused on. Next thing is within that, focus even more. You know, you have to, what's the next layer? You want to focus on CPA marketing. From there, what type of traffic? You want to do paid traffic, SEO traffic. You want to do paid traffic. From there, make another decision. What type of traffic source? You want to do mobile or you want to do Facebook? If you want to do Facebook, make another decision. Which type of traffic source? Pops or display or something else? Now you got to make another decision. Which traffic source you want to focus on? You know, Pop Cash, Pop Ads, ExoClick, Adult. But you have to keep making those decisions and make it firm. Next is, you know, I write a lot of great blog posts. There's a lot of forums out there, but at the end of the day, they're only supplements. You actually have to take action and launch. So I always tell people, you know, you can only read for every 4 hours of work. You know, so do 4 hours of work and then read 1 hour. But most people read 4 hours and do 1 hour action. That's kind of backwards. And my last one is you have to invest. You know, I really like the word investing. So imagine if a guy says that they're serious about affiliate marketing, but if you look at their calendar, they only spend an hour a day on affiliate marketing. If you look at their money, where do they invest their money? They say they don't have money for affiliate marketing, but they invest their money going to parties. They invest their money on a nice car. They invest their money on, you know, just having fun in general. Like I always tell people, invest right now in your education, invest in CPA marketing. You know, I invested like $4,000 and I've made millions since. But the truth is, time is limited. You don't want to be one of those guys that's like, oh, I can always do affiliate marketing 6 months later. I can always do it next year. I can always do it 2 years from now, because life happens. You know, your job gives you a raise, and then you have a mortgage, or you fall in love and now you get married, now you have kids. And the fact is, we're getting older, and as we get older, as biology, we have less energy each year. So that's why, you know, I'm 33, I moved to New York City last year, because I realized, man, I'm in my prime. I want to be in a city that just really motivates and amplifies me. Thailand, Chiang Mai, Portugal, it's always going to be there. I want to maximize my energy right now. So don't feel bad. You know, let's say you're 35, you're 40, you're like, man, I wish I started doing entrepreneurship 10, 15 years ago, 5 years ago when it was easier. You know, we can't go back in time. You can only do the next best thing now. So ultimately, you know, make a decision, focus, and invest in your future.
So going back to 2008 then, what was the very first campaign that you ran that was successful and profitable, and what was the offer?
Yeah, I ran, you know, if you're not familiar with our story, I ran 14 campaigns. I lost $4,000, and that was a lot of money for me at the time because, you know, I didn't make a lot of money at my job, and, you know, I was in a lot of debt at the time. So the campaign that finally clicked for me was this Facebook campaign. I ran on Facebook. It was called Instant Action. It was a gaming offer, and the reason why it made a lot more money compared to all my previous ones was this was my first major campaign on Facebook. So before I did a lot of Google, I did this on Facebook, did very well, and I had the right angle. I said, you know, this game is better than Halo. So I used the comparison angle, so that gave me a really huge CTR, and then my CPC dropped a lot. So long story short, over the next several months, I got the exclusive offer on that. I was the exclusive affiliate on that, and I made $75,000 in profit. Now that wasn't enough money for me to quit my job and become full-timer, but that $75,000 gave me enough capital to reinvest my infrastructure, faster servers. It also gave me capital to invest in other campaigns. And then, you know, 6 months after that is when I became a full-time affiliate marketer. So that was kind of the catalyst. And I always tell people that in business, it only takes one. Like, I failed 14 times, but I just had to be right one time. And if I quit at campaign number 13, I wouldn't be here. So because I had that successful campaign number 14, that I was able to reinvest everything, that was the one that clicked everything together. So, you know, even though the other 14 campaigns were failures, they weren't truly failures because that campaign I learned about landing pages, that campaign I learned about copyright, that campaign I learned about ads, that campaign I learned about bidding. It wasn't until 14 that everything put together. So sometimes we'll lose money. You know, you spend $400 on a campaign and you didn't make any money. Well, it was a complete loss because you learned, you took action, you collected data, and it may take a few campaigns from now to be able to piece everything together for that big winner.
So, I mean, it must be quite difficult now. I mean, I suppose if you're doing affiliate marketing from home, for example, how do you stay disciplined?
Well, I truly believe that some people can't work from home. That's just the truth. And if that's the case, then it would be worthwhile to work at a coffee shop or work at WeWork, work at a co-working space. So I like to think when it comes to discipline, don't rely on willpower. You know, I think that human beings are very similar to computers and computer programs and machines. So I'm actually not, quite to the contrary, I'm not really that, I wouldn't consider myself the most disciplined or most motivated person. What I'm really good at is I understand human behavior and myself. I really understand myself. So here's a few examples to stay disciplined. A few years ago, I had a big problem where whenever I got bored at work or I took a break, I would go to the living room, play some PlayStation, and then next thing you know, a few hours later, I spent 3 hours playing video games. So then I was like, oh, I just need to be more motivated, more disciplined, but it wasn't that. I realized, let me just modify my environment and my behavior. So every time I played a video game, I would unhook my PlayStation 4, put it in my closet. So next time I felt like playing, I'm too lazy, here's my closet. You know what, I'm just gonna play, just gonna do work. I also understand like my productivity power hours. So as soon as I wake up for the next 4 or 5 hours, that's when I have the most discipline. So during that time, that's when I spend money or spend time on the most important tasks. I also stay very disciplined with lists. So in the morning, I have a notebook. I just write what are 3 outcomes I want. You know, there's a big difference between outcomes and tasks. Most people have a to-do list. The problem with a to-do list is very boring. So in the morning, I think of what's the 3 scenarios I want. Like, clean living room is not, it's just a task. But I sit there, I'm like, I make the outcome, I want to walk into a living room that's clean and smells amazing. And then from there, that's where you have the task. But the outcome's important because it's a clear vision of what you want to accomplish. So instead of like, launch landing page or launch campaign, it's like the outcome is, you know, you want to have data running. You want to launch the campaign and have different data. So then under that, that's where you have the task. So, and from that, it's just, you know, writing things down with the list. So I think, you know, discipline, the concept of productivity and discipline, it's impossible to be like disciplined overnight. It's a skill set. It's a muscle. It's like you just can't go to the gym and bench press 225 pounds. You have to just literally work at it every single day. I've been trying to improve my productivity for the past 10 years, and I get a little bit better every single day. So don't beat yourself up if your day didn't go perfect. Just ask yourself like, hey, what went wrong? What could I have done better? And then implement it the next day.
So as your time is obviously spent being an affiliate as well as doing speaking as well, public speaking. How much time do you dedicate to the speaking side?
Not too much, actually. For example, there's different types of speaking that I do. The first one is this type of speaking where I speak at public events. I'm only doing 2 this year. I'm not doing any more. That's just because I really don't find traveling to be 80-20 for me, because sometimes I'll travel for 5 days to do a speaking engagement and then I might get sick because international travel gets you sick a lot. So then I realized, oh my God, I spent 10 days for this one event. The opportunity cost is too high. I used to do a lot of workshops. I don't do them anymore. Like this year I'm only doing 1 of them. That's just because I just rather spend my time running campaigns, or we might explore some online courses. So I do spend time teaching like my blogging and stuff, but that probably takes me like 3 hours a week to write a blog post. So honestly, for a lot of people, it seems like I spend a lot of time on that stuff, but that's because if you've never done it before, if you never wrote a post before, it may seem like, oh man, it'll take me like 2 days to write a post. But I've been doing that for 5 years. You start getting more efficient at everything you do. So I love campaigns, I love teaching, I love speaking. It's good to have like a balance so you're just not stuck doing one thing and getting really bored. Like I always tell people, focus on your strengths, focus on what gets you excited. And the truth is, for the past several years, I really enjoyed speaking, but it doesn't challenge me or excite me as much anymore. So now I'm just finding some new projects, some other stuff to do, because you just can't keep doing the same thing forever. You'll get bored.
Indeed. So, as you're not doing many speaking events now, what attracted you to speak at the European Summit?
To be quite honest, my 2018 goal was actually not to speak. What made me want to speak here is Portugal. So I'm all about efficiency. So I've always wanted to come to Portugal. So with Portugal, I was like, okay, they're paying me to speak, they're paying for my flights, they're paying for the hotel. I want to go to Portugal anyways. So,
Win-win.
It's a win-win situation. I brought my girlfriend here, so it's like a vacation with her. And also, we're around here. It's always good to come to a conference and network with people, talk to people. And I've never been to this conference before, but the people here are a little bit different than the conferences that I typically go to. So it's like, I don't do a lot of adult these days, but there are a lot of adult affiliates and a lot of adult companies here. It's still good for me to learn and keep up to date with the markets and the trends.
Has anything surprised you here then that you've learned?
Yeah, I think it feels weird saying this, but it still is really shocking how big the adult space is. Because as an affiliate, affiliate marketing, there's like lead generation, there's e-commerce, there's so many different things, and some of these other things, as far as the trends, have been getting a lot more press than adult. However, adult is still like absolutely monster and huge, and a lot of people just don't talk about it. Maybe it's not as sexy, or people just don't like, it's a little risque. People don't like talking about it, but the money in adult is absolutely huge. And I think, a lot of affiliates keep kind of ignoring it, and I don't know why, because I look around, there's just so much money here.
Indeed, indeed. Well, thank you for talking to us, Charles. I hope you're really going to enjoy Portugal with your girlfriend, and we hope to speak to you soon.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
So we're here with Niels from Masters in Cash. Hi, Niels.
Hi, Giles. How are you?
I'm good. And how's the show for you?
Yeah, the show is perfect. I really love the new venue hotel. It's a perfect setting with all the room and the space you have here for the booths. You have an awesome promotion already. So yeah, I'm really happy with the results, how it's turned out.
Perfect. What are you promoting at TESS this year?
Yeah, well, we launched our new affiliate platform last year, Masters in Cash. So we're running the promotions again with our rev share deals and our dating offers that are very unique.
So tell us a bit more about the dating market.
The dating market is still a very interesting and lucrative business for affiliates. So even that's a little bit older market, it's still growing with a lot of new countries coming up that are new for the entire market, like Eastern Europe and Latin America. So we are launching these new offers this year already, and we are very excited about it. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And so with the UK's age verification coming in, how are you feeling about that at the moment?
Yeah, we're a little bit on the background with that and waiting to see how the total market is evolving in that. We have several solutions also with the ExoClick solutions. We're looking into how we can integrate that.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy the show and thanks for talking to us.
Thank you, Charles.
And I want you to do one more thing. We have this thing on the Additive and we go until next time.
Until next time.
So we're here with Simon from globaldatinginsights.com. Hi, Simon.
Hi there, how are you?
I'm very good, thanks. How's the show for you?
Really good, going very well, very busy, great new venue, really enjoying it.
It's just a shame about the weather. We can't have everything.
As a Brit, this is good for me.
cool,
Yeah,
actually.
driving rain is an improvement on what we're used to in London. So this is cool.
Okay, so it's like holiday for Simon.
That's it.
So tell us a bit about Global Dating Insights. How did it actually all start?
So Global Dating Insights is the leading trade magazine for the online dating industry. We've been going for 3 years or so, and we write news, articles, interviews about the industry, from scamming, monetization, traffic, what the big dating brands are doing, anything and everything going on in the industry, as well as running our own conferences and doing our own special reports.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about the conferences. Where are your conferences going to be this year?
So we do 3 or 4 conferences a year. We're very international. We do one in London every September. That's our biggest, with about 200 executives. And then we do 2 or 3 others. This year we're doing one in LA in June, and we're also going to be doing one probably in Barcelona later in the year.
In Barcelona?
Yes, that's right.
Wow.
It's not planned and confirmed yet, but we're working on the speakers. The conferences are led by the quality of speakers. They're all C-level executives from the likes of Match, Tinder, Zeus, all the big brands. Yeah. So we look and get in the best speakers first and plan it all around them.
Fantastic. And I just wonder if you could tell us a bit more detail about the dating market, because obviously it's quite a saturated market now. How can a new player really stand out in the market?
Heavily saturated, you're right, internationally. And from what we're seeing, the 2 key things to success are really, first of all, user experience. So just making sure you've got something that's just seamless. And second of all, the niche. So just finding your niche, finding your segment in the market, and looking at what else has been done there, and just trying to do that even better.
Well, thank you for talking to us, Simon. And just so you know, Global Dating Insights will be supplying the Additive with the hot dating news each episode. So that's it for part 1 of this European Summit special. Don't forget to check out part 2 when we've got lots more interviews, lots more show coverage, and an in-depth special on VR technology and how it's being monetized. So all I got to say is until next time.